Hi, Timothy here. And behind me is Himeji Castle, which is said to be one of the most beautiful castle in Japan. And it is close to a city with one of the best beef in the world, called Kobe beef. So this time I'm on a quest to see if there's a difference between a cheap Kobe beef and an expensive Kobe beef. So let's go try them out. So the first place we are going to is called Steakland. This is one of the cheaper places that serve Kobe beef. The meat may not look that fresh, but let's not judge a meat by how it looks. To start off, the chef heat up a bit of oil with some fried garlic. But if you are not a fan of garlic, you can ask the chef not to use it. Then he put on some salt and pepper, and that's basically it. Now I just need to patiently wait for my steak and build up the excitement for my meal. And it is very satisfying to see how easy he cuts the meat like butter. As for the meat doneness level, I just follow the chef's suggestion, which is a medium. And even though it is a steak, they serve it in the Japanese style with some bean sprouts and some side dishes. Now that the wait is over, let's try our first Kobe beef. Let's try it by itself. Whoa, it's really tender. It's really good and it's very juicy, but it doesn't really melt in my mouth because I still need to put some effort to chew it. Now let's try the chef recommendation by taking a piece of garlic and dip it in the sauce. The garlic is a bit too strong for me, and the sauce is quite sweet. By no means it is bad, but personally I prefer eating it by itself without any condiments. Before we try the next Kobe beef, we are going to make a brief stop to try a Gyudon. A Gyudon is basically a beef rice bowl. But this is not any Gyudon. As we are in Kobe, we are going to try Kobe Gyudon with a real Kobe beef. And this place keep it simple with having only one item on the menu. A Kobe Gyudon that comes with a vegetable soup. This is one beautiful looking Gyudon. And the beef looks really good. Let's just dig in right away. The meat is very tender. It is a bit salty compared to a regular Gyudon, which is normally a bit sweet, but this is really good, especially with some warm rice. And inside the store there are certificates to prove where the beef came from. That was a great meal, and it's very cheap for a Kobe beef. Definitely worth coming in early before they even open. Now let's head out to try our final Kobe beef. Now we are on the final place with not one but two cuts of Kobe beef. One is a fillet and the other one is a sirloin. But before that we have some appetizer, a couple of bread and a corn soup. The soup is cold. I wasn't expecting that, but it is pretty good and very creamy. Now it is time for the main course. And instead of using oil, they are using the beef fat itself to cook the meat. Because I don't want to ruin a good piece of meat, I will leave everything to the chef. So let's just sit back and watch the show. What we have here is a medium fillet. First, let's try with a bit of salt. So tender. It does kinda melts in my mouth. It's really good and it's very juicy. And then the chef recommends me to put a bit of wasabi, some salt, and a piece of garlic. This combination is a bit too strong, but it's so flavorful. And in the meantime, the chef is preparing the vegetables. There are zucchini, eggplant, and a pumpkin, which he then make into a noodle. Even the vegetables are good, probably because of the beef fat. Now we are going for the second round, the sirloin. And now we have a medium sirloin that looks very juicy. So let's give it a go. It's really juicy and it's very tender. I can't really taste the difference between the fillet and the sirloin because both of them are extremely good and very tender. So I don't have any complaints. And lastly, they also serve a bean sprout with tiny bits of beef which he cut off in the beginning. And that's pretty much everything. So let me take my time and enjoy my beef. This has been an amazing experience, but not so for my wallet. But anyway, to summarize my quest between a cheaper Kobe beef and a regular one, I think you get what you paid for. The cheaper Kobe beef is way better than most beef, but the expensive Kobe beef is even better. It looks better with all of the marbling, it tastes better, and it does melt in my mouth. So I think it is worth to pay a bit more if you want to try the proper Kobe beef experience. And a side note, make sure it is written as Kobe beef on the menu, otherwise it is most probably isn't. And try to go during lunchtime, as it is significantly cheaper from dinner. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.